Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and sometimes things happening in my real life. Today I have the continuation of swatching all of my Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I plan on doing a series of this where I swatch any palette you suggest. I might just monthly swatch different palettes each month, so stay tuned. I have created a playlist called Swatch Party. But today we're going to work on swatching all of the large shadows. So, if that's something you're interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start working on swatching the large panned eyeshadows. So, yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll do like we did on the other side. We'll start with the mattes. I'm going to start with these ones over here, which I haven't technically tried, and then we'll go through these ones over here. This one is kind of in the middle because it is a shade that I was using for an eyebrow shade. So I know I like that one. I know I'm going to keep it, but the rest of these, not so sure. Even some of these ones I've kept, like this one in particular. Maybe some of these, I'm not sure. Once I swatch them again, we will see if I like them. So, excuse me, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with this guy here. We got sort of a brick red. It's kind of a hard formula. There we go. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. I think I made the lighting a little bit cooler because I found on the last video things were looking a little bit warmer than they naturally are. Alright, so that one, it's kind of a rusty orange, brick red color. Doesn't swatch very good, but it builds up quite nicely, it looks like. I think I'll keep it for now. I might decide later that I don't particularly care for that color. It's not a bad color, I just don't think I don't know. We'll keep it now, for now. It's not one I strictly dislike. Okay, this is nice. You know what? We're gonna get rid of that one. I've reconsidered. We're getting rid of that one because it's a little bit hard. Compared to this next one, it was much nicer to swatch. So, yeah, that one felt a little hard in the pan, hard to pick up color, and I'm not in love with the color, so we'll go ahead and pass it on. I don't need to keep something I don't really, like. Okay, I'll dry my fingers. And let's move on to this peachy shade. Alright, that one swatches quite nicely. It's a little bit on the orange side, but I think it's okay. I think it's doable. Let's do this one right next to it, which looks very similar, but darker. I feel like this is very similar to some of the shades on the other side that I thought were a little too orangey and I got rid of. Do I need that? Would I reach for that color? I've got a lot of other... No, I don't need it. Yeah, these things are in here so well. Okay, that's 2 down. Let's move on to this other peachy shade. That's a nice color. It's closer to skin tone. So that's really nice. I like that one. Okay, and let's see if we can swatch with our pinky this one. These are nice and soft, and they seem to go on rather smoothly, so they're not dry or hard panned. That one's very similar to my skin tone. It's doable. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I think some of these ones I've used before I might end up getting rid of. Alright, and then this one looks like a nice color. Oh yeah, that's sort of a nice peachy brown. It's not a very dark swatch, but it's also not a very dark color. It's slightly darker than that one, not quite the same as that one. Very similar though. That's a little peachier, and I think that's the one I got rid of. Okay. So this one I like, it's a little softer, a little cooler toned. So we'll keep that. So those are all keeps, okay? And then we'll go over here to my eyebrow shade. This is just a nice, cool, dark brown. There we go. Okay, and then we'll move on to this one. This is a nice chocolatey brown. Good formula. That one, the eyebrow shade's a little bit patchy, but it's okay. It's an eyebrow shade. I don't need it to go on too smoothly. I'm not using a big fluffy brush or anything with it. And then this peachy shade looks actually quite orangey. That is one I think I can get rid of. I'm not going to keep shades that I'm not really fond of, and that one just leans a little too orange for me. So let's carefully pry that up and set that aside. All right. We're making some progress. So this one is a nice cool taupey brown. That mushroom shade that I liked before. I don't mind browns as long as they're cool or sort of a rich color, just not very orange. So that's nice. We have this bright blue. I'm sure you can tell. It's gonna stay. I like a good blue. And that is a very vibrant blue. So that's gonna stay. Let me clean all this up and we'll be right back to swatch some more. Okay, we are ready to move on, so we're going to pick up here. This looks very similar to that shade, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a keep. There's a mark on my wrist now, and I don't know what it is. That's a nice, smooth, soft formula. Goes on well. I like it. I wonder, how does that compare in color? This one's a little bit warmer, so yeah, that's fine. It's like they look so much alike. I mean, a lot of Natasha Denona shades, when you get them side by side, look very similar. Like, these two are very similar. These two are very similar. How does this one look? Okay. We're going over the tendon. Formula builds up nicely. It is a little bit on the warmer side, but it's not too warm. I don't think. It's sort of a nice rich brown, so I think that's good. This one I'm 99% sure. It's that nice pinky brown mushroom shade. That one looks good. And then we have the lavender, which I'm sure you might guess is gonna be a keep. Although I had a hard time picking that up. Let me wipe off my fingers and try again. There we go. Nice lavender shade. Really pretty. We're going to go to that one next to it, which is kind of a more of a grayish taupe. That one goes down quite nicely. That lavender might have a little bit of hard pan, so I might have to work on that. This one is questionable. Okay. Kind of orangey and kind of reddy. Kind of a reddish orange. Do I really need that color in my life? I'd rather have something pinker, I think. And I'm sure if I might have something like that in the smalls. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. So give me a second to pop that one out. Okay, I just got my palette knife in there and pushed those over a little bit. So the ones we have over here that we're decluttering all look very similar. Alright, this one looks similar to like these guys here. Did I do that? I think I did that one already, didn't I? Yeah, I did. It's that one. Okay. We're going this way. That's right. All right, so this guy is kind of a creamy color. Say maybe like apricot color. It's not offensive. I'll keep it. This one's very similar to that one. How does that look? That one is like a deeper apricot. Do I need it? I would rather reach for something like this. So, I think I'm being ruthless. I don't think I need that. So we'll carefully pop that out and set that aside. I think, yeah, if I was going to reach for a shade like that, I think I'd go for something like this over here, this peachier shade. So, yeah, we've already decluttered 5, and there aren't that many to start with. Okay. Let's wipe the fingers, make sure they're nice and dry. So we've got this last row of mattes, and I think this one might be another declutter because it is looking very yellow. But let's start here with this guy. This looks like sort of a reddy brown. Oh yeah. That's that red brown kind of color. Really pretty. I like that. This one looks like kind of a, yeah, kind of a mustard color. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. That's kind of a mustard color. It also has like a patch of hard pan. I don't need that in my life, so you can stay, but you are leaving. There we go. Okay, so we got 2 more. This guy is a nice brown, nice neutral brown. That's quite nice. I like that. And this one, almost out of arm space, but that's okay. This one's kind of a neutrally skin tone. It's got a slight yellow cast to it, but it's kind of gray enough that I like it. So let me push all these together and we'll see how we did. So far, 6 declutters. Okay, so that is what my mattes are looking like now. Just kind of push them all together. And then we'll go over here into the shimmers and get to the pretty stuff. So let's start up here in the corner. Sort of champagne color. Okay, that's got, okay, that's, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That's sort of an icy shade, but then it's got pink glitters in it. Can you, I think you can see kind of the pink glitters in there. I mean, it's pretty enough for now. I don't know if I'm gonna like it in the long run. Let's see if I can get that shine. Anyway, it's a nice color, so we'll see. All right, let's go with this guy. Sort of a nice gold. I mean, I think I have a color just like that on the other side. And then this one. Honestly, I feel like I have colors just like those in the small pans. I don't think I need them again. Gold is not one of my favorite colors. Of the 2, I like the first one more. So for now, I think I'll just get rid of this one. Because it's got more of that darker tone to it, where this is a little more champagne. Yeah, I might keep it still. I haven't decided. Or I might declutter that one still. I haven't decided yet. Do I need to? No, let's just, we don't need it. Somebody else can enjoy it. We have plenty. Okay. And then these three, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep. This one looks very similar to one that I had on the other side. That's that pink and blue. Oh, that. That is downright gorgeous. It's got pink and sort of a blue, purple kind of. It's that pink with like a blue shimmer that makes it like look purple. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Like I said, on the other side, I have one in a small, I think that's very similar, and then I have one in my Corpse Bride palette that also has that very similar vibe, and I think the one I'm working on in my pan, those eyeshadows from my Hershey's Kisses, is very similar to that too. So that is a keep. This is a nice, like, raspberry shade. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. And then this one is sort of a dusty purple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty. This is more of a topper shade, and these are like really nice creamy bases. Oh, those are pretty. Okay, those are definitely staying. Okay, let me wipe my fingers, and we'll kind of just rearrange those a little bit. There we go. Okay, moving on. These have all been tested before, but we're going to test them again because as I went through my mattes, you saw I did declutter some that had already passed the test apparently. So we'll start here. This looks like a nice sort of champagne, slightly bronzy. Yeah, it's okay. It's got a nice kind of pink tone to it. Looks similar to this one, which looks more like an antique gold bronze. Yeah, I like it. That's pretty too. Surprising myself. I like those. Okay, and then the purple one here. This is violet, I guess you would call it. It's a blue base. I mean, it's a blueberry. It's just, it's gorgeous. It's all my wishes come true. Okay, and then I think we can do 3 more. So we get these 3. We got this peachy one. Definitely a nice peach. Yep, that one can stay. This one, oh, a burgundy. I'm a sucker for, oh yeah. Oh, that is, I don't know if you can see how beautiful that is. That is just beautiful. Okay, and then this one, what is this one? Okay, I was thinking it was brown. It's not brown. Okay, let me wipe my finger just to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not brown. It looks brown, but it's kind of a burgundy base, like even more of a berry compared to the last shade next to it. But it's got, it might be duochrome, because I'm seeing, it looks like you're seeing kind of yellowy gold, and I'm seeing like a slight blueness to it. Oh, okay. Well, that is a surprise. Can you see blueness in it? If I get it the right angle. Let me try the good old YouTuber trick of swatching it on my palm. Yeah, I don't know how to get the right angle for you to see what I'm seeing. You can just keep seeing gold in that red base. If you see it, you see it. I see like a blue sheen in it. Huh. So interesting. Okay, well, I don't know how to get that my hand at any other angle. So yeah, that's definitely staying. Alright, so we're gonna swap those over and I will be right back. Okay, so we've got 7 more shades left to go. Alright, Alright, and my fingers are turning pink, and I got glitter all over my arm, so we're good. Alright, let's, I guess, start with this really dark one, which is a dark, oh yeah. I think this is one of those ones that was hard to pick up with a brush, but with a finger, it might be a cream to powder formula. That's just gorgeousness in a pan. All right, and then this one. So this one's a little bit on the rusty side, but I think it's really pretty. It's kind of a rusty brown, really pretty. I like it. Okay, and then we've got another blue that's not quite as dark. So in comparison, the first one's more of a teal and this one's more of a cobalt. Really pretty. I like those three. Oh, my fingers. So pretty. Okay. And then the last four, we've got a violet, or I guess it's purple. I think of something like this that's on the pinker side as violet and something that's on the bluer side as purple, but I guess the rest of the world sees it the other way around, so that the pinker side is purple and the bluer side is violet. Let me know, what do you think? Which one is violet, which one's purple? Alright, and then we've got sort of a taupe, a brown, I think, and a yellow, so let's start with this yellow. There's a nice icy wet yellow, which I got a little bit of blue. Okay. Let me get that out of there. My finger got into this dark blue and made it a little bit greenish. Alright, there we go. That is a nice creamy smooth formula, very bright. That would make a nice inner corner color. We've got this guy, which is definitely a brown. It's a nice rich chocolatey brown. Sort of a satin formula. Chunk just fell off. That's really pretty. I like that. Okay. And then the last two, and we'll be done with the Natasha Denona's. And I don't know if I put a dip in that, but that yellow has a dip in it already. Like I said, I have used a couple of these. This one has a slight dip in it as well. That's a nice pewter. Yeah, that's sort of an, you know, antique silver pewter look. Oh, I love that one. Okay, and then this one, a lovely violet again. That one seems very similar to maybe this one. What's the difference? This one's pinker. Okay. And that one's got a hint more of like purple to it. Yes, definitely. Okay. Wow, that was quick and easy. Got a little more colorful shades and fewer shades altogether. So let me clean up and we'll talk about numbers. Okay, so today we decluttered 8 more shadows. I had 38 large pans to begin with, so that brings me down to 30. In total, I had 113 shadows going into this swatch and declutter. And now I have 93. So I've decluttered a total of 20. That's pretty good in my opinion. Like I said in the last video, if you have any tips or suggestions for what to do with how to store to get for these shadows, because I don't have a magnetic palette to put them in, if you have any suggestions on what to do with them so that I can pass them on to somebody else, let me know. Otherwise, thank you, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, do that while you're here. Forgotten how to record. And until my next video, take care of yourself, be true to you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!